Well. Shopping for a car?
Yep, Carvana made financing a car as smooth as can be.
Oh, yeah?
I got pre-qualified instantly and had real terms personalized just for me.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
Well, I got to browse thousands of car options on Carvana, all within my budget.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
It does. I actually wanted a car that seemed out of my range, but I was able to add a cosigner and found my dream car.
It doesn't get much...
Oh, it gets smoother. It's getting delivered tomorrow.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get pre-qualified today.
Hey everyone, my name is Cassie, and on Once Upon a Time in Springfield today, my dad and I will be talking about Season 3, Episode 8, Saturdays of Thunder. Okay, Dad, start the intro.
She's Cassie.
My dad's like Homer, because he always goes out and buys us donuts.
He's Chris.
Cassie used to be a lot like Maggie when she was a baby. She never gave up her pacifier.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a wonderful evening of theater and picking up after yourselves.
This is Once Upon a Time in Springfield, a Simpsons review show from the point of view of a dad and his daughter.
From now on, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Here they are, Cassie and Chris.
In this episode, Homer helps Bart build a soapbox racer. It does little for the car, but a lot for their relationship.
What the hell is that?
All right, Cassie, what's the chalkboard gag?
I will not fake rabies.
You know what rabies is?
Yes.
What is it?
Rabies is a disease.
Yep, that dogs get, and if they bite you, you have like the disease and you could die.
Yeah.
Die. I don't know why you'd fake it at school. Well, no, now I know I'd fake it at school. All right, Cassie, what's the couch gag?
The couch gag was everybody sat down and then their butts fell into the couch.
Right?
And their legs are just sticking up and they're looking.
They folded up into the couch.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Ish. Funner-ish.
You're all nuts.
All right, in the beginning, it opens to Homer and Lisa watching. I can't believe they invented it, which was like a I can't believe that's on television type home shopping network type show.
Yeah.
And Dr. Nick's on there selling stuff.
Yeah. And then they said, and the sugar cube maker. And Homer's like, this changed my whole life. And he picks the cube up.
Products you could only imagine before. The Foam Dome. The Jet Walker. Mr. Sugar Cube. That baby changed our lives.
Yeah, it did. That's quite funny. And then Patty and Selma come over.
Right as he's calling for the dome.
The what thingamajig?
The thing that goes in your head.
Oh, yeah, he's calling about that thing. Anyway, he's calling about the thing on the TV. But yeah, they come over, and then Bart's building something in the garage, and Marge takes the ladies, and they bounce out to go get their hair did.
Yeah, they come back looking like aliens.
Who comes back looking like aliens?
Patty and Selma.
They do. They come back with their hair being very different than it usually is, huh?
Very, very. And it stays the whole time.
It does, but while they were getting their hair done, they were reading some sort of articles or something, right?
Yeah. Do you want to improve your relationship with your son?
Yeah, it was a magazine they have a bunch of those surveys in them, and they're garbage.
Yeah, but that one was garbage.
Yeah, it was garbage, and Marge took it home for Homer to fill out.
Yeah.
And what happened?
He filled it out, and there was nothing that he knew about his child.
And got 0 correct. And he cried and said, he's such a bad dad.
Okay, let me turn the TV back on.
I stand corrected.
All right, let's jump to the middle part. Bart has made the soapbox racer and is showing it to some of his friends.
Yes, but he's almost done with it.
He's almost done with it, right?
Yeah.
And then what's Homer doing?
Homer's like, okay.
Yeah, he calls the magazine and he says, I got 0 correct.
And then the magazine people come and they're like...
They kind of commit him. Like he goes to a psycho house or something.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
So they basically ran into his house, grabbed him, and then ran. Mm-hmm. And drove.
And they took him away, and they tried to make him a better person to be a better father. And they give him a book written by who?
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, they didn't take that part out. Anyway, this is when Homer starts to try to work with Bart on his soapbox racer, right?
Yes, and when they're working together, they find out Bart's hobbies.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, they find out Bart's hobbies. And Bart's got to go do a qualifying race. And he races against Nelson and Martin.
Hey, Simpson, where's your loser mobile?
Loser mobile.
How's that go for him?
Martin, first of all, wins and then ends up in last.
Mm-hmm. Bart's car falls apart and doesn't even, I don't think, finishes the race.
No, the front part was like in his face and he couldn't see.
I flapped him in the face.
Yeah.
And Martin's car was like super fast. You couldn't even see it. It was like a lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Nelson's stolen car had a body in the trunk.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. So then Martin goes so fast, crashes, and now he asks Bart to be his driver.
Because he's dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Not all the way.
His arm is dead.
He broke his arm.
Yeah.
Deep trouble.
All right, let's jump to the end of the show. So where Homer is yelling at Martin that he's a homewrecker.
Yes.
Why?
He asked Bart to use his car when Bart and Homer made that together.
Yeah, they built their car together, but Bart bounced to go drive the Martin car because he wanted to win, Dad. So Homer's not very happy.
And by not very happy, he means goes back over to the couch with his dome hat on thingamajig and watches the race without going.
So then he's sitting there on the couch and he decides he's a good father. Do you remember what happens?
He goes over to the race and half his head is missing.
Oh yeah, he stands up in front of the sun. It looked really weird. His head disappeared. But that has nothing to do with the show.
I know, but it's like really funny.
Maybe that's what we should do on the show. Homer's a good father and Bart wins and dedicates it to his dad and they all lived happily ever after.
Yes.
All right, Cassie, what was your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part of the show was when Homer's about to fill up the whole citation thingamajig.
Yep.
And he's on the last question and it's, have you ever talked to another dad about how to teach your son? And he goes over to Flanders' house and he asked, what age should Bart be able to date? And he's like, actually, there's 2 schools I would. And he's like, thank you, Flanders. And he runs into the car and drives away. And he's like, I talked to another dad.
Right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that. A good explanation. My favorite part was Patty and Selma's hair. A lot easier than yours. Their hair was ridiculous. It was kind of fun.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
All right, Cassie. I don't know if there were any characters introduced, but Dr. Nick was in this one. He kind of stood out to me. But who's your favorite character?
The wigs. No, I'm just kidding. Lisa.
Lisa? Why is Lisa your favorite character?
Because she kept going up to Homer when he was like sitting down just very comfortably and went over and just,
Hung out with him. That was
but
nice.
whenever Bart would ask for something, he'd just be like, in the garage.
Yep. My favorite character was Nelson.
Why?
Because he locked somebody in the trunk of his soapbox freezer.
I like stories.
All right, Cassie, let's take away. Or what are we going to do? We're going to try to build one, huh?
Yeah, we're going to try and build a soapbox racer.
Yeah, give us a year or so.
Or
but
3.
we're going to try to build one.
Yeah.
You're perfect size for it.
Yep. Wait.
I've got something I'd like to say.
All right, Cassie, what are we going to rate this one?
I rate this one 7.5 wigs.
Oh, because Patty and Selma?
Yeah.
Well, that's because, their hairs were really ridiculous.
They were different colors and different styles.
They were like human hair, not Simpsons hair.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was weird, but bye.
I feel that way too.
That's the end of the show, everyone. I hope you like the show as much as Maggie likes her pacifier or Homer likes his beer. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Go to thisisfunner.com to check out some really cool shows. And please share it with a friend.
Everything really wrapped up nicely.
Thank you all for listening to Once Upon a Time in Springfield. Please go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. And don't forget to rate, review, and share the show with a friend.
Ugly dougly done.
This is funner.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.